little different video today than normal. We're not going to really be working on the 4Runner or doing any mods other than we're driving it, so we'll burn a little fuel. But it's a nice day. It's Saturday, and I'm going to try to head out and do some photography, get some pictures. I figured I'd take everybody along and see what it's like out there. As long as there's no people or crowds, which there better not be, then we'll be good. But if there's people or crowds, I'm not sticking around. Times are weird right now, so being responsible, or as responsible as we should be, just avoid people, avoid crowds. I do have one errand to run to a business, which I've called. They're open, so just going to be careful doing that. You can call it overcautious if you want, but I don't want to get sick. I don't want anybody else to get sick. So that being said, it's a nice day out there. Let's go see if we can get some photos. I did charge up the drone too, bring it along just in case we get an opportunity to use it, but probably just use a regular camera for most stuff. Alright, so ran my errand, good, nice company, drop stuff off. Some of you might recognize that rig. Anyways, so it's March 21st, Saturday, radar detector's going off, and kind of wanted to get out and just wanted to go outside for a little bit. And so here's my plan. I've been seeing photos from downtown Portland the last couple days because of what's going on. The streets are pretty much empty. Nobody's there, so I've been wanting to run down and take some photos. So my plan is to run downtown. As long as there's no crowds or people, I'm gonna run around and just shoot some photos. If it's crowded or there are people out and about and it just doesn't look right, I'm gonna take off. Again, I don't need to get sick. So, just a quick talk about what we got going on. We're living in some weird times now with this COVID-19. So a week and a half ago, wife and I went to a Tool concert. Everything was more or less normal walking into that concert. During the concert, Oregon announced the shutdown of public gatherings. The concert went on, but when we walked out of that concert, it was like a different world. So, walked into a Tool concert, world was normal, walked out, it was changed. That can happen anyways, but it's kind of the world we're in now. So, anyways, one thing I noticed, people are still out and about. I kind of just been watching people on the streets and whatnot, and everybody's keeping their distance, which is what we're supposed to be doing. So, that being said, let's head downtown and see what we can see. Alright, so I got to the first spot I wanted to shoot, which is where you can see these cherry blossoms here downtown Portland. And there are a lot of people, enough people to where I am not going to bother. One, even if we weren't dealing with this virus, I probably still wouldn't want to deal with people. But two, this is why we're going to have a shelter-in-place order, people. I see some people, staying distant from others, but I also see groups of people hanging out down here. I'm in a parking garage across the street, so I'm gonna jump out and get you a picture so you can see more what I'm talking about here. And park next to a black 5th gen, so I guess that's a positive. You know what? Maybe I'll just snap a picture from up here, just because. All right, I jumped out and looked some more. It's just not worth it. Too many people, and you got to pass by too many people too closely to get anywhere. So we'll just head to the next spot. Again, I don't want to deal with people for numerous reasons right now. So let's head up the hill. I have another spot I want to check out. Might be a little better than this for being without all the people. There's a lot of people down there. All right, so we're heading up to spot number 2. Kind of happy the gate's open. This is a public spot, so I wasn't sure if it'd be closed or not. So hopefully there's traffic, but let's see if there's few enough people to where it's safe enough to get out and hopefully get one photo. I'd like to just get one good photo today. I've got hundreds of photos from up here, but I'll take one of these today just as a reason to be out. So let's see what we see. All right, so parking lot's about half full, which is probably average, but this is a parking lot for a giant trail system, so there may not be many people here. So we're gonna go check it out. Maybe I can run up and just snap a quick picture, at least get that one picture to justify the day. So let's see what we see. All right, so I was able to get at least one photo, so I think we'll be good for that requirement for the day. So it's not a waste, but I still think there's probably more people here than there should be. So on to the next spot. I think we're just gonna try a couple more places and call it a bust, because there's more people down here than I've been told or expected. So let's try another spot. All right, so downtown Portland again. I am in a parking lot that's a pay parking lot, but nobody's here. I'm actually gonna run out because Broadway is fairly desolate. There's a shot I want to see if I can get, so I'm probably not gonna video it. I'm just gonna take the camera, run out there and do it from the middle of the street and come right back. So let's see what we can make happen here. Okay, so that worked all right. It's not completely vacant of people down here, but there's definitely not nearly what there would normally be on a day like today, not on Broadway. So I was able to kind of run out into the street and get a couple photos of what will maybe make it look empty. I got one more idea before we head towards home. Just got to kind of maneuver a little bit of traffic here. And I'm gonna hit one more spot, which usually doesn't have many people anyway, so see if we can't get one more photo to make this day a little more worthwhile. Well, I guess just being out makes it worthwhile anyways, not trapped inside and trying to get the shot. So let's go, next spot. All right, so the last two spots I tried to go to, there's just too many people. Again, not worth it. But when I was driving down here, I noticed that there's no cars blocking this mural, so I figured I'd pull over. Let's take a look at it. This building used to be a hot spot for all sorts of graffiti art, but we've kind of put the kibosh on it. All right, on the bright side, there's not any people here, but not a whole lot to photograph, but this will kind of neat to look at, so grabbed a couple shots with the GoPro just while I was out here. Let's drive in there. Security usually likes to run you off, but I don't think you're gonna care today. Nothing going on, so you can at least see what it looks like. And we'll probably start heading towards home. See what other spots there are to find. Lots of people riding their bikes, but it is Portland. And as usual, they pretty much think they own the road and don't have to follow the law, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and jump into this parking garage here and check it out. Again, this used to be an electric company or an electric supply company. The building was more or less abandoned. It's kind of a cool shot. Became a hotspot for graffiti. Then they shut it down. Now it's a parking garage for this office building, which has an 8-foot clearance. So we are plenty good to cruise in through here. The camera will pick this up. It gets dark in here, but I think it'll show. Look at that, another unknown phone call from across the country, so we'll just use that feature right there. So, all right, well, that's this spot. I'm gonna start heading towards home and see what else there is. We'll stop maybe 1 or 2 more places just to see what there is to see. If the sun wasn't right there, I'd probably fly the drone through here just for fun, but oh well. I'll start heading towards home. So kind of curious, when I drove by earlier here at the gun store at Northwest Armory, there was a line of people waiting to get in. That line has dwindled. The parking lot is full. You know, there's 4 or 5 people waiting to get in. Interesting times. I hope everyone there buying their first gun's also going to wait in line for some training. And 2, if you're there buying guns and ammo to prepare, you're failing at prepping. You should have done that long ago. So anyways, you won't find me waiting in line at a gun store anytime soon. So good luck, folks. All right, everyone, so I stopped at a couple more spots, and as expected, they were just full of people, and I generally wouldn't stop to photograph that full of people anyways, and with the virus thing going on, it's just not worth the risk. So anyways, stopped and got some show this, tacos and burritos to go. Gonna go home, we're gonna have some dinner, probably just relax, and I might work on this video a little bit. So I know this wasn't the most riveting and exciting video, but I'm trying to get out and enjoy the day a little bit, you know. And well, before I had this 4Runner, I kind of wanted to start doing YouTube videos on photography. I do a lot of photography, or did, just haven't done much lately, so might try to incorporate more of that. So let me know what you think. I'll put a link to my website, my photography website, in the description below, and you know what, might just throw a discount code on there if anybody wants any prints or anything. So again, if I haven't thrown the pictures that we got today in the video, I'll put them on here now. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. Like I said, I'm gonna go home, we're gonna eat some dinner, we're gonna rest, and probably just hunker down. You know, I think the best thing we can do is stay away from each other. I know it seems to be redundant in what everybody keeps saying, but I've been thinking a lot on the drive home. You know, I see these crowds that I saw today, which everybody was kind of keeping their distance, but there were groups of 3, 4, 5, and I'm thinking to myself, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. But also, you know, if it was myself, my wife, and my kids today, we'd all be in a group. So I don't know. I guess for the most part, I think everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, but maybe we should be doing more. You know, I'm not one for government telling us what to do. I definitely don't care for the government we have in Oregon here now, but I see a lockdown, or what they're going to call a stay home, stay healthy initiative, come down Monday, and I don't think they're wrong on this one. And I don't care for them, but I don't think they're wrong. We need to get ahead of this and stop this. So everyone out there, be safe. Again, I'm sorry the video wasn't the most exciting video today, but it was something. It was better than nothing. And if you're hunkered down at home, maybe it was just enough to not make you super bored for a little bit. So again, until the next one, thanks everyone.